Hi there, it's John from Commercial Real Estate Online. Welcome to the program. Welcome to the program today. It's all about leasing. Now, the website to contact us is commercial-realestate-training.com. In this particular topic, I'm going to discuss leasing and why it's so important to have landlord discussions about rental, the market conditions, to make sure that you're creating a lease deal as soon as possible in the right way and form for your client, the landlord. Now, I'm going to put a link to the article here so you can go to the website and print the article off. So please do that. The article is there for you to print, retain and review. So let's get into the program. It's all about leasing and talking with landlords so that you can improve your leasing transactions over the year and throughout the year to complement your sales transactions. Let's get on with the program. I'll catch you at the other end. So let's talk about leasing for a little bit, because leasing involves good properties, good clients, landlords, of course, and tenants. And if you are an agent in commercial property, you will need to deal with leasing in many ways and forms from time to time, be it as part of a sale or part of a leasing service to improve property performance. So as a leasing agent, the landlord conversations that you have, let's set some rules around that. When it comes to leasing a commercial or retail property today, or industrial, it's crucial to establish a foundation of trust with your landlord client and some realities. This means being frank and honest about the market conditions, the property and the status of their property as it sits within the market. This approach not only helps them make an informed decision about the lease negotiation or lease marketing, but also strengthens your professional relationship. Talk about the market, talk about the lease conditions, share information about supply and demand, what the tenants are saying, and what the deals are doing. In most locations, there is an abundance of property for today's tenants to choose from. To stand out in this competitive market, it is essential that you adopt a proactive marketing approach. That means connecting with the right people in the right way. But as you do that, your lease offering has to be aligned to the market conditions. Every vacant tenancy should be carefully marketed with a bias towards results sooner rather than later, thereby increasing the chance of a quick lease. Aligning to market conditions, so important. As a leasing agent, your role is not to just market the property, but also to guide the landlord through the leasing process. The longer a property stays on the market from a leasing perspective, the harder it is to move and to create inquiry. You have to help the landlord see the true market conditions. That's your job. By providing solutions and guidance, you can help them make realistic decisions and increase the chances of a successful lease. So the important first 4 weeks of marketing. The first 4 weeks of any marketing effort in leasing are a golden opportunity. That's when the property is at its freshest and most interesting. However, some landlords may set unrealistic rent expectations which stifle the whole momentum of leasing. By acting swiftly and setting the right expectations of rental, you can make the most of this crucial period, the first 4 weeks of marketing, thereby empowering yourself to achieve better results sooner for the landlord. So it's all about conditioning, isn't it? Conditioning about the supply and demand of vacant space, the market rentals, the incentives, all of that sort of thing. In this property market, when it comes to leasing, we have to do more with less. It would be best if you could condition the landlord to the true market conditions from the very start of the listing, so you can work with the listed property that is reasonably aligned with the market conditions. So let's think about the client briefing at the moment. Preparing a comprehensive client briefing is a key to your success. The client, of course, is the landlord. The market conditions are part of your briefing. So here are some important topics to cover that will help you provide the best advice to your landlord clients. Number 1, define the target market for the property so the client knows how you see it and what type of tenant is best suited to it. Now, in saying that, it is so important that you tell the client exactly how you will tap into the target market. Sure, you might talk about marketing, I get that. But if you have an exclusive listing for leasing, it is far more important that you dive deeply into your marketing campaign and make sure that you are talking to the tenants or the businesses who are in that target market. Number 2, tell the client about supply and demand factors as they apply to local property availability today. Having some trend graphs to show them the activity and also the changes over the last few years is very beneficial. The visual approach works in commercial real estate. Having some graphs showing the market rents, the incentives, the movement on market rents, gross and net. Also talk about face and effective rents when it comes to that incentive that you could use in the lease deal. Number 3, define the market rental that applies to the property today. Be very accurate with that. Gross or net rent, face or effective rent, and details about the incentive. That will include the required adjustments for a market net and gross rent, plus those incentives in the market at the moment that tenants are asking for. Incentives will change from property type to property type and location to location. Ensure that the client understands exactly how the market sits when it comes to the rental today and their particular property. Number 4, give the client an idea of the lease terms and conditions tenants are asking for today. Set out the differences between rent reviews, options, renovations, relocation provisions, make good provisions, plus the reasonable requirements for the landlord and or the tenant at the end of the lease term. Make sure that your lease recommendations are market proven and evidenced so the landlord knows that you have a real control over the deal the way it should be, not the way the tenant wants it to be. Yes, I know you want to get a lease, sure. But ultimately your client, the landlord, is the person to protect and the person to achieve that best lease deal that you can create through negotiation. So I've mentioned 4 different things there for you to think about. Ultimately, that is when you are frank and open with the landlord as you talk through the lease conditions, the vacancy marketing, and the alternatives available to get a tenant in there as quickly as possible in the right way and form. Don't forget to raise the topic of the target market and how you're going to tap into it. You can position the listing for the best inquiry possible, and you can put yourself deeply into the marketing campaign. That is so important when you have an exclusive listing. A quality listing is not hard to create. It just requires a strategy and confidence from the agent when it comes to leasing, working with your clients, the landlords, and attracting the right tenants to the deal as part of achieving the right lease momentum. And so that was the program for today. It's all about leasing, of course, to help you improve your interactions, your briefings, your conditionings of the landlord client that you work for when it comes to leasing vacant premises. Now, don't forget the website for us is commercial-realestate-training.com, and also the link to this particular article is on the post, so you can follow it. Go to the article at the website and print it off, and then use it, of course, when it comes to dealing with your landlord clients. Ultimately, that can help you drive better leasing deals to complement the sales deals throughout the year. And so that's it for today. I'll catch you again very soon in the next program, and don't forget to subscribe whilst you're here. Catch you soon.